G'day everybody, welcome to Zombie Bites Everything. Got some DayZ. I'm going to play for a little while and see if we can find some stuff. I spawned out yesterday with Criminal in a barn. He's not in the game at the moment, so we're going to look around and see what we can find. G'day Shiny, how you going mate? Hope you're doing well. Damn it. I deleted the game off my PlayStation and then put it back on in the hope to fix that thing, but nope. Didn't fix the issue. Nah. See, you got a favourites list in DayZ where you can favourite, make the servers you like and favourite them and keep them aside so you know where they are. But I keep getting this error popping up and it won't let me look at my favourites list. So it's becoming kind of a pain in the ass because I have to actually go looking each time for the ones that I've favorited instead of just having a list. It's working for Topeka, but it's not working for me. And it's just one of those things with DayZ. When it gets a bug in it, if it gets a bug in it on your account, that's it. That bug stays there until the DayZ developers fix it. We've all complained. The ones that have it done have complained about it, but what can we do? Not much we can do about it. Why am I going this way? I mean, the game still runs fine and shit like that. It's just can't find my... I have to go and find the favourites manually instead of having a list there of the ones that I've selected. That's the only thing at the moment. Yeah, pain in the ass, but it's not the biggest problem. I was just hoping that... I just thought I'd try it. I'd delete the game off the PlayStation and re-download it and see if that fixed it. Nah. It's not a... Like I said, it's not a big issue. It doesn't stop me from playing the game. Yeah, usually resolves the issue, but nah, not this time around, unfortunately. I mean, I just want to get some firewood, but I don't want to take down any of these big trees because then I have to split the fucking logs. That's long sticks, long sticks, firewood. I mean, there's a dud flood, and the town just got hit. And that plum is dry. That's it right there on the floor. That little thing right there is a plum. What's it doing? There we go. I got 3 pieces of meat from a fox I killed. I think I can eat it. I'm just going to check these sheds and that before I leave. I'm going to go that way and then down that way at the back and have a look. G'day to you, Matt. How you going, mate? Let's just grab them, move them out of the way. Another pair of cargo pants. I knew that was going to have something in it because it was like, didn't have enough room to put these in me inventory. So it was like, it was going to go, no, you're going to need to. Yeah, stupid game. Alright. Put them on the rubbish pile. What else did we get that we could put on the rubbish pile? That can go on the rubbish pile, and I don't need that. Can also go on the rubbish pile. There we go. Off work for a week. Oh, all right. Get some chance to spend some quality time with the family and that. I see that shit anyway. Oh, the 919s would take. Let's put it over here. My shoe's fucked already. God damn it, every time I think I can move. Turns out I can't. A lot of us make the mistake. I can't remember who said it. Someone else come up with this, not me. So if you think this is wise, don't associate it with me. I didn't come up with it. But they say that, I'm paraphrasing, they say that it's a good idea to keep a good work-life balance, which is the stupidest thing anyone could ever fucking say. If you think you need a good work-life balance, then you're fucked in the head. You should think about having a good life-work balance. Your life should come first before work. And I thought, that was interesting. It's an interesting way of looking at it. It was always said work-life balance. Even alphabetically, work doesn't come first before life. Yet for some reason, in the phrase, you got to have a good work-life balance. Work comes first. It's like, it shouldn't. It should never come first. It should be life first, then work. But no, it's just it's the society we live in at the moment. We got to work. We got to earn money. We got to do that because things cost and all that sort of shit. But still, it's a interesting way to think about it, isn't it? A good life-work balance over a good work-life balance. Makes sense. You see, I need this gun. And we need to cook food. So, this works out perfect. You could hear the cat meowing and then the sun's going off at the cat because the cat's meowing. I only 3 days a week. I do 3 12-hour shifts, 4 days off every week. Ah, yeah, so that's all right. But my parents put in the work to give me life. Pumped and dumped. 9 months later, I'm out and about. Yeah. I'm on the side of I think my son's getting a little bit upset by something. I'm on the side of I don't mind working like a dog as long as I get paid fairly. I don't think it's fair to get. I don't think it's fair to treat people and pay them less than what they're worth. I understand that there are things called minimum wages and all that sort of stuff. We'd all like to be paid $1 million a year and all that sort of shit. I get it. I get it. But I feel like sometimes you get asked a bit much of you and you're like, come on, man, I'm only one person. You know, can you stay and do this? It's like, dude, I've got other arrangements. Kids, fucking school events and shit. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way. I'm just saying that, you know, just I've worked some jobs where I've had to work because I need to make money, and I just don't feel like I was ever getting, you know, you don't get the respect or. And it's not like you're asking for a lot. You're not asking for the boss to treat you like you're a golden employee. You just, you know, you matter as well. Your life matters as well outside of the work. It's like, you got a life outside this fucking job, boss? Yep. Well, then so do I, you prick. You know? And I'm not saying all bosses do that shit. Just, I don't know, it happens. White shirt, blue shirt argument. Blue shirts puts in the work. White shirts get the bigger checks. Yeah, that sort of shit. You know, just here you go, mate. You know, I don't mind giving up. I never minded giving up a weekend if it was going to financially benefit me and the family and stuff like that. I can't have it. I can't do it for the same wage. It's like, oh, you get paid this much an hour Monday to Friday, but if you're going to do the weekends, we're just going to give you that much plus a half. It's like, no, you can fucking double it, cunt. That's 2 days' wages for 1 day. Yeah, because my fucking had plans this weekend. You going to go paint my house? No. Well, then who's painting my house? I got to fucking listen to the wife for another week bitching and moaning about how I didn't paint the house on the weekend like I promised. Are you going to go take that? Are you going to get Swimmer's ear having her yell in your ear all fucking week over it? No. So I need double. And this isn't about pay gap or anything like that too. I believe it for men, women, and even young workforce, the children that are getting into the workforce. Even those guys, they need a decent wage too. If you really want to incite the mindset into a person to work, pay them. You pay them properly, people will have no fucking problem working. If you think that your area doesn't have work, there's work. Sometimes the wages are just shit and people just rather not, you know, or the wage is so shit they give a piss poor effort. Or the opposite. They try to better themselves and get a better position in the job. So they slave their guts out and never get noticed. Never go anywhere. Still ending up with that shit wage, putting in more effort than they needed to. And I don't know what the right answer is. I guess each person would have to look into their individual lives and see what best suits them. You know, no one solution fits anybody. We're all different. We all have different brains. Some of us are okay with just mediocrity. That's fine. That's fine. If you're comfortable in that, that's fine. That's fine too. If you're happy, just, I clock in, clock out, I get paid what I get paid, and it does what I need to do, fine, that is fine. No problem with that either. But, yeah, it's this, and I get it, the market out there is difficult, sometimes people don't want to try and get a better pay because they're worried if they leave this job, the other job might not, they've got something secure here, and they don't want to risk or jeopardize that secure thing they got for a maybe. And I get that. That's scary, especially when you got people that depend on you, a wife, a husband, children, elderly that might be sick in your care or anything like that. That's scary to take that jump, that leap. And again, that's totally up to the person. They have to look into their life and find out whether it's worth the risk or not. Child labour. No, I don't have a problem with people of any age earning money. I mean, people might go child labour, that's not fair. It's like we have child actors. People that are actors that are children, they earn money. If there's a kid out there who wants to have like a lemonade stand or something like that and earn some money, I don't think they should have to get a permit or anything like that. I see a lot of those a few in America, where kids have had the police called on them because some neighbours like, I don't like what they're doing. It's like you're snuffing out the flame of their enterprise right there. You're making them think it's not fucking worth it right there. They're trying to do something, and you don't like it for whatever reason. You got a hair up your ass, and you're bringing it on. Just let them go. Just selling some fucking lemonade. Saving up a couple of dollars, gonna buy himself a Beyblade or whatever the fuck kids buy. I don't care. Who cares? But yeah. I mean, so yeah, I don't have a problem with child labour. As long as they're not being exploited. Mind you, I wouldn't, I grew up doing paper round. Most of the kids that I grew up with either did the paper round or the milk run. Jumping off the back of the milk truck, running the milk bottles and that or the milk cartons and that up to the houses and collecting the money and shit. Or doing the paper or the pamphlets, And then we had other things like scrapping and collecting scrap from people, like cans and bottles off people to earn money when we were kids. We'd do that in our free time, and we always say to ourselves, we'll save this much up and then we'll get this, and fucking spent it all on lollies and whatever because we're kids. I was like, we're going to save up and buy ourselves a car and travel Australia. And then all of a sudden you're buying you got yourself a bag of choc duds. You're sitting out the front in the hot sun with a bag of them melting into a bag of, like a paper bag of choc dud, fucking cut the corner and you can ice a cake fucking piping bag. What was that dream about the car again? Oh, that's right, we're saying lollies. Have a can opener. Will always come in handy. But I do think that there is a big discrepancy between the effort people put in their work and to the effort they get and to what they get paid. And I feel like there are a lot of people that are overpaid and a lot of people that are underpaid. I don't know if it distributes out well, but I'm not in those businesses and I don't have a lot of first-hand knowledge either on how those businesses operate. So I don't know whether they're fair or not. If that makes any sense at all. I mean, I know what I know. I don't know what I don't know. Okay, that's 2020. That needs another one in it. Okay, we'll put that in there. Alright. Okay. Now we've got 25 space. Sweet. Did I check that one? I think I checked that one. Now I don't know. I better go check now. No, I didn't, because this door's shut. Car phone turn into... Exactly, man. That's exactly right. Oh, can't put it in there. Alright. Sit here for a second. G'day, Master Lurk. How you going, mate? What do I know you as? Masked. Dreamer. How you going, mate? You changed your name. I was wondering who it was then. Yeah, pretty good, man. Pretty good. Hope you're doing well. I was wondering who it was then. I was like, who's this person? I don't remember Masked. Do I? Do I know Masked? Yeah. Changed it a few times before. Oh, mate, whatever. Whatever, until you find the one you like for good, eh? Yeah, once you find the one you like, you'll be right. Oh, can't fit that in there either. Yeah. That's what she said. Now we'll go this way. No. I was hoping there'd be a car right there, but there's not. Alright. Go around the back and have a look at the garage area. That's what she said. Yep. This will do for now. Yeah. Nah, see, as soon as I got confused, I just thought I'll go to the channel. I seen Dreamer there, so I was like, yeah, I know what it is. That's fine. If you ever change your name again and I get a little confused, just say Dreamer, and I'll go, oh yeah, no worries. I'll remember who you are. Yeah, Jack Black would be like mad. I got told the other day that I look like Jack Black. And I said to the person, my kids have said that plenty of times, actually. but they said that I look more like a feral Jack Black, which I don't know. Tess, I'm still trying to figure out whether that was a compliment or not, mate. What do you have? Battery. Out in the field, it's okay to fight them. I feel a bit safer doing it. There's one down there. Oh, if you're wondering what I'm doing this back and forth, I'm looking for zombies. I see one down there. I know there's more in there. I don't see the car through the gaps either, so that's a bust. I mean, I'm still looking for a car, but if... I'll take whatever I can find. Car, truck, Humvee. Gonna go down, check this Ferris wheelie place out, and then we'll go up through to the military. There's a couple of spaces in there. We might be able to find a vehicle. Maybe. So, Dreamer, we were just talking about child labour. Where do you stand on the subject? Pro or con? For or against? No, we'll make it a joke beforehand. But on that subject, still, it's... You know, I work when I got work. I take time off when I don't have work. I'm off now for good now. And, you know, I can't tell you whether I made the right decisions with my work choices. Never know. You never know. It's a gamble. You pick a job and you can't work 4 jobs at the same time to see which is the best job. You have to pick one and, you know, try it out. That's a lot of police ballistic vest here. Let's put them in front of the toilet there. This is a hunting scope, but I don't want a hunting scope. Okay. Hiking Vance. Mosin compensator, we'll take that. Another fireworks. Nothing there. See what's in there. G'day, Tess. How you going, mate? Just talking about you. I said that I think it was you that said that I look like a feral Jack Black, and I don't know if that's a compliment or not. But alright. Yeah, sort of. Yeah. I don't care. It is what it is. Alright, now I'm going to go back up here to the base and grab the rifle, swap the rifles over, drop the other rifle off, drop the other stuff that I got here off as well. Feral Jack Black sounds accurate. It's not far off. I mean, I wasn't disagreeing with the statement that I look like a feral Jack Black. It's just I don't know whether it's a compliment or not. I don't take it as a insult. That's for sure. I mean, Jack Black's not the worst person to look like. I mean, if someone had said, Jesus, you look like Harvey Weinstein, I'd take that as an insult. My dehydrated testicle doesn't even looks better than Harvey Weinstein. No. Well, let me put it this way. I honestly don't follow the news on really any country. I hear bits and pieces of shit, but I don't follow it enough to pay attention. Nah. But I don't pay, like I said, I don't pay attention to it. No, I don't even read the newspaper. I don't get my news from, like, people will tell me things like you're telling me that an Australian reporter's gone missing in the USA. That's the first time I'm really hearing about it. Topeka might know about it, and she might have even mentioned it to me, but I probably wouldn't have paid attention. I probably didn't pay attention. But yeah, no, I don't pay attention to it. I pay attention enough to make fun of stuff, to make jokes. So if I don't feel like I can make a joke, I don't store the information. And I make jokes about the stuff that I do here because, well, I don't know if it's true or not, so I don't care, sort of thing. It's just a joke. But I never pay attention that much. I don't know why. I probably should. I guess it's because there's so much different news outlets out there. I wouldn't even know where to start to have one to trust. And I don't want to be doing research. I don't want to be going, whoa, this outlet might be lying. Let me check another one just to cross-reference and fact-check them. I don't want to be doing that. That's too much work. I don't mean to sound lazy. Don't watch news on TV. Anyway, yeah, no, I don't even use TV. I stream. I stream everything. Like, well, literally everything. TV shows. I got Netflix and all that. I don't care what people say about, oh, they're a corrupt company or whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't have another channel to stream movies or TVs on, so I'm just going to go with what I've got because I don't have one. So it just is what it is. Okay, we've got 45 space left. That's not bad. Sit down here for a minute. I mean, I suppose if someone was personally connected to me and they had an issue and it was going through the news and that, I'd probably pay attention to it. But then I probably wouldn't. I have a very strong moral compass, and one of the things that I do not want getting corrupted is confirmation bias. I do not like confirmation. I like to. I don't care whether people say you just sit on the fence. No, I like to see both sides of the situation. I don't like to be bombarded with a whole heap of information and everybody expect me to automatically follow that point of view. No, I want to hear both sides because I believe sometimes there is people can do the same things and there'll be different reasons, and so there should be different outcomes. I like to do that. I like to see both sides of the story, and I don't want to go looking for it at the same time. I'd like to just stay blind to it. Not blind as in, oh, pretend nothing happens and, nothing bad's happening in the world. No, I know shit's bad happening in the world, but I just like to have, like, no previous knowledge of anything until I absolutely need to learn about it. In Australia, we got, like, the ABC network, which we call Channel 2. We have Channel 7, Channel 9, Channel 10, SBS, and Indigenous TV, I think. And I don't want to have to cross-reference and cross-examine. See, I think in that mind of like a lawyer in the whole, I want to ask questions, I want to get more of the story, and you never get the full story. Nearly any time there's an incident worldwide, online, there'll be millions of people trying to tell you this is what happened. Well, I know how long investigations take. I'm aware there are things called investigations, and I'm aware of protocols. And I'm aware that 99% of the people that tell people shit within the first hour of an incident happening have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. So I don't want to get caught up in that shit. Because I know most of it's emotions. The news that gets sent out to us, it's built on emotions. And I don't want to get caught up in emotions. I want facts. I want unadulterated, unedited facts. And if most of them can't provide that, so I just, no. Barbara Walters had a day. Every single reporter out there that's done an interview with somebody, some of those interviews have been good. Like I've watched 60 Minutes and all that sort of stuff. I've watched the news, don't get me wrong. I have watched it. And then I'll flip it over and I'll see the way one news channel's reporting something. And my brain's not so stupid and drug fucked enough to where I forget exactly how Channel 9 portrayed the news to how Channel 7 and Channel 10 portrayed it. I'm not so fucked in the head where I can't remember. I don't have such a short memory like most people do, obviously. So I'm able to go, hang on, that's the same fucking crime, and it's 3 different fucking things. This one said 20 people. This one said 18. This one said 7. No one knows shit. So after doing that for so long, you just get tired of it. Or I did. I just got tired. I got tired of trying to figure out what the news is, what's real and what's not. So I said to myself, unless I'm getting given the facts, the documents and that, where I can actually view them, I'm not interested. G'day, Twisted. How you going, mate? I like the little fluff pieces, though. They call them fluff pieces on the news. You know, man talks about how his dog can say hello, and his dog goes, oh, 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 and you're just like, oh, look at this cute old man fucking, thinking his dog says hello, and he'll tell some story about his life. I like them. And I don't mind the interviews they do with, like, with people. I don't mind them. As soon as it just, any type of thing that's in the news, these are the stories that I don't like, that I don't pay attention to. I'll give you an example. If there's any story in the news and someone hears it and did you hear this in the news? That's normally when if it's one of those stories, no, probably not. Because I don't, did you hear this story about this bloke with the talking dog? Yeah. Did you hear this about a kid going missing? Nah. Yeah, see, like that sort of story, that's funny to me. I bet if you were to go to the fucking bear's cave and kick his cubs out, he'd be pissed off at you. You get all fucking snarly. Yeah, family's doing all right here, Twisted. Doing good. I had a good birthday yesterday. I had a big fucking T-bone steak. Sorry, any vegetarians or vegans out there, but yeah, I fucking ate almost half a cow yesterday. Oh, my Hindu brothers and sisters, sorry about yous too. But yeah, fuck it was good. It was good. Got the meat sweats, Twist. I got the meat sweats. Oh, Topeka cooked it beautifully. Oh, cheers, mate. I think you were in my stream yesterday anyway. Yeah, it was a good day. Yeah, I had to pass a stone once, Tess. I didn't want to take it through customs. There's a blood diamond joke there. Back on that fucking child labour again there, Shiny. Yeah, I'm an Aquarius. I seen this cup once, all right, and there was all these you know, all the astrological signs, earth signs and that, Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Aquarius was there, and it had a man standing there, and his shoes were, the left shoe was laces were tied to the right shoelaces, and it said Aquarius, the genius of awe, able to tie their shoes together, and it had that image, and I thought, that's mean. No, actually, I thought that was pretty clever. That was funny. I would have bought it if I had the money on the day, but I didn't. I was only a kid. Why was I carrying that? That's a right twist. Pisces. Now, I'm just going to say it. I don't hold any stock in any of that sort of stuff. Just because I know my star sign does not mean I believe in any of that. Just putting that out there into the world. I don't have any opinion about other people that believe in it or not. Just the only opinion I have is sometimes we might read into things more than, you know, sometimes we can read into something and find it fits us. There's an Australian movie called Two Hands. It has Brian Brown and Heath Ledger. I highly recommend watching it. And there's a quote in that movie. It's, has anything ever happened in your life where a movie or a song can just sum it up? Where you hear that song or watch that movie and you go, damn, they're talking about my life right here. It's the same thing. We can just read into anything we want, you know. If it feels like it fits, we'll make it fit. Especially if it helps us give an answer to an issue or a problem. We're good at doing that as human beings. Finding symbolisms and shit. Symbolic reason to think that we know what we're talking about. Or what we're feeling to justify. Hey, I'm not saying we're wrong. Could be right. Some people could be onto it. I wouldn't know. I'm not intelligent enough to know that shit. Fuck, I'm an Aquarius. I can barely tie my shoes together properly. You know? All I know is about the stars, they look pretty at night. No, of course I know more than that about the stars, but I don't think they have any sort of significant bearing on our lives other than the things we can observe that they have effect on our lives. You want to touch a star? You know, that was a dream of mine, not necessarily a star. I wanted to open my mouth in a cloud and bite a cloud like fairy floss. I always wanted to bite a cloud. I wanted to be high up in the sky and bite a cloud. And I did. I went skydived through a storm cloud. Now let me tell you all something about that. Skydiving is really, really fun, okay? But when you jump out of a plane at like nearly 1,600 feet or whatever, the fuck it was we were, high up, we were above a storm cloud. It wasn't there when we first were going up. But as we got to altitude, we had to rise higher because the storm cloud rolled in. And it was now or never. And we weren't getting a refund. So, jumped out. Going through this fucking storm cloud, you can't see shit. I opened my mouth, took a bite out of the cloud as I wanted to, and raindrops when you're falling at 243 kilometers an hour at terminal velocity going through a cloud, a storm cloud, you're hitting raindrops face first. They feel like fucking needles. So if you ever find yourself in a position where you're falling to the ground at terminal velocity and there's rain, don't try to avoid it. It stings. Yes. Yes. But I would argue, Tess, I would argue that we're not touching the star. The star is touching us. It's reaching out to us. We're not reaching out to the star. So a dreamer's saying is he'd like to actually go out there and touch a star and actually physically reach up and touch it. But I get what you're saying as well. But we could argue that the sun is actually reaching out to us and we're not reaching out to the sun. We have no choice. Oh, yeah, you can feel it. But I could reach out, I could sit next to you on the couch and I could lean across and poke you in the shoulder. Did you touch me or did I touch you? You were touched, but you didn't touch me. I touched you. So the same argument could be made for the sun as well. We could all sit there and say, yes, Tess, you felt the pressure of zombie poking you in the shoulder, but you didn't actually touch him. He touched you. And we can define that by the laws of assault, common assault laws. You could be standing there, and if I poke you, that's common assault because I touched you, not you touched me. So even in literature, it's defined like that. No. I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, you could have said you'd burn up before you physically got anywhere close enough to touch. The gravity would rip you apart and fucking fry you before you even got anywhere close enough to touch the core of the sun. You'd be ripped apart by radiation and fucking shit. Could have went with that. But you went for the more the physical metaphor of the sun's rays bathing our planet. But that's the beauty about science, you see. That's why science is awesome. Because you come at it from all these different angles and use these different ways of looking at the same issue until you all come to a consensus. And once you come to that consensus, then that's just the fact. Regardless of whatever the other opinions were, the consensus becomes the fact. Unfortunately, there are things in the world that happen, because while I don't watch the news, I did study history in school. And I have paid attention to history. So in history, you get two opposing groups and some will lie and they don't show their work. I guess that's why it was important to show your work in school, you know. But yeah, they don't show their work. They just say, this is this, and you go, but why? You know, the stars determine how our lives work. Okay, they gave us everything we need for life. We're all made of stardust particles. Everything that can be found in our bodies is found in the universe. Yeah, okay. But how do the stars actually determine good luck and bad luck? Other than their ability to have a great gravitational effect on any meteorites or asteroids that might be floating out there. That's because they're asteroids when they're out there, they're meteorites when they enter our atmosphere. But they, so okay, so they have a gravitational effect that might maybe in a couple of million years might affect one of those asteroids to hit us or miss us. That could be lucky or bad. But then it was unlucky for the dinosaurs, but good for us. So what is luck? What is good and bad luck? You get back to that science part of it and just go, nah, there's no evidence. At the present, there's no evidence to say that any constellation of stars make any difference on our lives at all that we can detect at the moment or prepare for. And until any evidence proves otherwise, we have to go with the consensus that there's some ideas out there, and they just might not be backed enough with evidence. Don't believe in luck? No, I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in good luck or bad luck. Even though I might have said I may even say the phrase every now and then, that's bad luck. But that doesn't mean that I believe there is a thing out there that determines luck, I believe you can say, I had a lucky day today. I found some money or I won some money. You can say that and still honestly not believe in luck. You can use the phrase, but yeah, I don't believe in it either. Nah. This zombie bites everything, Tess. I bite into anything. We'll talk about video games, I'll bite into that conversation. Want to talk about music, I'll bite into that. See? The name's perfect. Everything stands for everything. Let's talk about everything. Look, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I can only ever speak for myself. I can't speak for any other man, woman, child on earth. I'm not trying to change any minds or anything like that. I'm not trying to change any opinions. I'm not trying to shake anyone's faiths or anything like that at all. Quite happy with people believing whatever they want to believe, as long as it doesn't impact the happiness of others. And then even then, I'm probably not going to do anything about it because I don't like getting involved unless I absolutely necessarily have to. Curses. No, I don't give it any credence. Nah, see, I thought about that from the very beginning, Tess. Like, this zombie bites everything, and I used to have it in my description that I'll play video games, and we can talk about music, talk about any subject. Then I took it out to change it because people were going on about other shit, swear too much. So I thought, well, I'll put some shit in there to make sure everyone knows that I swear. I'm skeptical without evidence. As Tim Mitchens once said, you show me that it works and how it works, and once I recover from the shock, I'll take a compass and carve fancy that on the side of my cock. I don't want to check that one. We should go up the back there. Check up on the hill. Up at the antenna area. But the reason why I like evidence is because to me I'm, don't get me wrong, Penn and Teller are like my favourite magicians out there, but sometimes I'm impressed with the stuff they do, and sometimes not so much. And definitely not so much with other magicians because I know it's an act. I know there's a trick. And even if I don't know how it's done, that's not the point. I can be stupid and not know how the trick's done. I don't know how it's done, but I know something's being done. I know my eyes are playing tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me. And in that moment, it reminds me that that's why we build these machines. Because our mind plays tricks on us. We can't, that's why doctors have X-ray machines and MRIs. Because we can't look into the body. We can't just, wiggle a finger. Oh, it wiggles all right. There's no break in that arm. No, there still could be a break. It's not going to heal right. Or something. Because we can't trust our own senses. So we build these things to take our opinion out of it because we're the worst. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I fucking love magic, man. I love it. I just know that there's a trick. I love watching it. But I just go, yeah, I know there's a trick. I appreciate Penn and Teller more because they're the ones that'll tell you we don't mind you knowing it's a lie. They're not trying to treat us like we're idiots. So I like them top of the list. And then everyone else is like, yeah, their acts are good. Not saying not bad, but yeah, they're good. Close-up stuff is some of my favourite to watch because the closer it is, the more interactive you are with that person. You're trying to spot. It's very fucking hard. I know some close-up stuff myself, but very limited. I can't perform it as good as I used to because kind of need both hands, and the lefty don't work so well. So, but there are other card tricks and coin tricks and stuff like that that I know that I show my grandkids every now and then. That spot can get hit with gas. I was supposed to get Topeka to turn that off today, but she was busy and I was busy, so that didn't get done. Firewood. I should just follow that power line straight up. It was the same one. I'll run over this stick and see if it gets to launch me in the air. No. See, if the gas was turned off, I'd look over the towns a little bit better. Boom, 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 boom. Sometimes there can be a truck on the other side there. I don't know if there will be. I'm hoping there is. And like I said, I could have just followed that bloody power line up. But I decided to go the other way. No truck. Combat gloves. High insulation. Take them anyway. Let's go sit here for a second. Oh! Night vision goggles here. Yeah. I got 3 pairs of them at the moment. I just need night vision head straps. Sometimes I find them here. And drink my coffee. Oh, did you get a chance to listen to that music, Tess? Yeah, you got to trigger that respawn response. All right, no car. Yeah, you can download them, use them if you want. Get the app on your phone. You can make 5 songs a day for free on your phone. But if you have the app on your PC, you can make 20 songs a day for free. And each time you make a song, it'll give you 2 versions of the same song. Now, you can add your own lyrics. You can get it to make up lyrics for you, but myself, I like to sit back and actually write my own lyrics. And then I I'll do it several times until I get the right type of music I like and the right style of singing that I think's funny for the story I'm telling. But yeah, you can actually do some pretty good stuff with it. You can add your own music into it as well, and it will sample your own music, which is handy. Got the guitar over there. I can still kind of use my index finger and my ring finger on the guitar, so I've been able to compensate and get a couple of sounds off the guitar that actually sound alright. I wasn't too sure what style of music you were into, so I went some disco, some funk, some rock and roll, some metal. I figured, it'll give you a bit of an example of how the app works at the same time. G'day, criminal. How you going, mate? How's life treating you? Just went and checked over the military base and looked over the town for a car beforehand. Nah. Yeah, man. Having an intro for a video you might upload, or an intro for your thing, you're starting up, having a few songs that you can make that, because you can, alright, so you can write a story if you wanted to, or you could just go, I want rock and roll, and then just put a couple of words in there, some keywords, and then hit instrumental, and it will give you a random instrumental that it will create for you. And that's cool too, because you can make a whole bunch of them, and you can have them as music in the background, or music that you can have as I'll be right back screen, an outro, like credits rolling up, or a little bit of time for people to still linger in the chat while you're leaving, and it's because you're creating it, it's all free music. It's not, there's no copyright thingy for it. There's no royalties. You just let everybody know that it's AI music, and the problem that people are pissed off with AI music is people try to pass them off as, I'm 100%, this is me type thing and shit like that. And it's like, no, it's not, it's AI. I have no problem admitting it's AI. I help it along. You got to give it you got to feed it stuff, and I feed it stuff, people get their nose bent out of joint. It's like, I was like, okay, but if you're using AI music just for the background of your music on your channel or something like that, if someone gets pissy at it, it's like, well, number one, they're going to get pissy at anything, really. Number two, why are you getting pissy at it? That sounds as stupid as the people, the creators of music that get pissy as it is. For example, I play GTA 5, right? And there's a Britney Spears song on it. So I jumped in the car, the radio turned on the Britney Spears song, and I quickly fucking jumped out the car again to stop it, and went into my settings and turned off the audio. But I lost all ad revenue from that video because of that, because all ad revenue had to go to her. Now, I don't have a problem with money going to her. She did create the song or sung the song. It is licensed to her. That's not my issue. My issue was, really? All the ad revenue? Are you trying to tell me that people only came to my stream in the hope that they would hear that one little portion of that Britney Spears song? That they were so desperate to hear the song that they couldn't wait to go and find the full song online? They couldn't afford to buy the full song, that they had to come and watch me online play a 10-second clip of it? Nah. So if people want to get upset because you're using AI music in your own stream, it's like, I'm not asking you to buy a fucking album. I'm not saying you can't use it. It's filler shit in the background. You want me to use licensed shit so then I get copy claimed and copy striked? Is that what everybody wants? So nah, fuck them. If anybody has a problem with it, fuck them. There's a place for AI music. If you're trying to do an AI concert or something like that, charge people money for seats and shit, then yeah, there's a problem. But nah, fuck it. If you're just doing it for your own shit, nah, it's no issue. Anybody who tries to make it an issue has fucking no time on their has too much time on their hands to turn things like that into a problem. That's not a problem. It's like that thing we were talking about before, you know, context. It's all about the context. Let me just quickly check this place over and I'll get myself somewhere safe to sit. Another criminal said buses. He's found vitamins on buses before, so let's just double check. Nope. So yeah, I mean, again, it's each to their own. You know, if someone said I didn't want to, I unsubscribed from you, Zombie, because you got AI music in the background. My question would be, that's fine. My statement would be, that's okay, man. If you want to unsubscribe, that's fine. I'm not going to force anybody to stay here. But let me just ask you this: did you only come to my channel to hear what the music is in the background? Because if you only come to the channel to hear what the music is in the background, that's I don't understand. I don't get it. When I do AI instrumentals, no one even questions whether they're real or not. They just think that I've got some royalty-free music. But I still let people know it's AI. I don't think there's a barrel in there. Yeah, I got plenty. Some of them go for up to 7 minutes, which is good to have in the background, just keep it on a loop. I mean, the ones that I have an issue with when it comes to AI music, here's one I have an issue with. And tell me if you guys feel the same way or whether I'm just making something bigger than it really is. I might be. But I have an issue when I get recommended, because I watch a lot of music videos and listen to a lot of music online. And every now and then I'll get recommended and it'll be labelled, you know, for example, long lost Jim Morrison song. and it's AI. And it sounds like Jim Morrison, and it sounds like it could be the Doors, but it's AI. Now, I have a problem with that, trying to claim an artist. Okay, you got a cool idea for a song, just do it in any voice. Don't have to make it Jim Morrison and say it's, a long-lost song. I don't think it was Jim Morrison. I think it was someone else. But the point is still the same. It's like, no, I have a problem with that. I have a problem if you're trying to pass it off as a real live person singing. It's like, no, that's computer. It's fine. It's fine that it's computer. Just say it's computer. Like, it's not me singing in any of my songs. The computer's gone, I'm going to put this voice in this rhythm with this music to these words. That's all mine is. And sometimes I go, I don't like it. So I'll redo it. And I'll get, it's the same words because I put my words back in there, and it'll be a different style singing or something. And I might do that 20, 30 times just for one song until I get one that I like. And I'll go, yeah, that's all right. Oh, mate, I'm steady. My growth is steady. That's what she said. No, my channel growth is steady on my channel. I don't promote or anything like that. Um, it's just steady. But I'm not in the rush to do anything major with it, sort of thing. I'm happy just plugging along. um, I don't have any advice on what to do to help a channel grow. All I know is what I see. Um, like the other day when you had your chat up on the screen, and I said, might not need that there. That's because most people will be watching on an iPhone or an iPad, which means that writing is really tiny in the first place, so no one's seeing it. Second, I can see what's said in the chat because I'm typing in the chat to type a message, so I'll see anything that's in the chat, so would anybody else. And if you had someone come in and say something negative and use like racial slurs or homophobic slurs that you don't want in your channel, it's stuck printed up on the screen. That's the only warning I give people is be careful of that. I knew there was a thingy coming up. Be careful of that. The size, picture what people might be watching you on. If you have your screen too busy, for me, I have an issue with screens being really busy with lots of stuff going on it. I like your little character down the bottom. That was cool, And because they have different avatars you can use, you have the option to change that depending on the mood. You could get a Santa Claus one for Christmas, a fucking Jack-o'-lantern one for Halloween. You got a chance to upgrade it. So that's cool. The only thing I'd do with that is I would move it from left to right depending on what the game is you're playing. Right? Depending on what you want. If you've got a blank square somewhere where you can put it, probably put it there so then you can see any inventory stuff that might pop up. Other than that, that's perfect. The size of it's perfect. Your banner at the top, that's perfect. It's not taking away from the actual game itself. Sometimes people have a little bit too much on the screen, and you're already watching on a small screen, and then they've got their chat, then they've got their video of themselves, and then they've got their other stuff that they've got to promote their channel. And I always think to myself, why are you promoting your channel on the screen? Why can't you promote your channel in the about part of the video and then give me more screen to look at? There's a whole game there. You'd complain if you went to the movies and you went to watch a movie and they did that at the movies. You might go, I'm not getting the full movie. So I always think of it that side of it. But yours is pretty clean. Once you removed your chat, that made it really clean. Just a thin bar up the top telling you your goals and that, and your little avatar to be moving around. That was nice and clean. To other people out there, think about that. What people are watching the stream on. The more you can show them of the actual game, the better. Treat everybody knows. You can have your chat, put it up, your Nightbot or your Streamlabs. You can have that put up. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all the rest of it. Check out my other things on other platforms. You can do that too. No, don't let the screen take up that space. People are smart enough. They know what they need to do. If you're a good enough streamer and they want to see you again, they know what to do. They'll hit that button so then they know to get more of you. For myself, I'm not one that shies. I'll say words that other people are afraid to say. I'll talk about things that other people might be afraid to talk about. I won't cry just because a troll comes in. I'll fucking roast them first and fuck with them myself. I'm old. I've dealt with real fucking people in my face. Okay. So I'm going to go. Which way are we going to go? First, we're going to eat some meat. Oh, and then we're going to put some stuff away. Where is that stone? Let's set this base up. That's probably a good idea. Let's set the base up. Oh, those glasses are fucked. We'll burn them. I can help you with figuring out Streamlabs. Here's my advice with figuring out Streamlabs. Just use it for the chat. Don't worry about using it for the fucking overlay shit. That's the big mistake. Just use it for your chat. Oh, what? I can't do it with that? That's bullshit. Yeah, just for chat. It has an OBS plugin, so I'll be using that version. Alright. Nearly everybody I have that try to do, nearly everybody I know that has that tries to use their OBS plugin thing with the Streamlabs, have some sort of issues. But if you've already got your PlayStation set up perfectly and your streaming set up perfectly, and you just add Streamlabs to be able to take care of messages and links and stuff like that in the chat itself, and you don't hook anything up to it, and you don't use it for any of the streaming capabilities it has, then it's way better, because it sucks for YouTube. It's mainly designed for Twitch. YouTube is a secondary thing for it. So it doesn't work as good on YouTube. But for the chat side of it, it's brilliant. It's fine. Yeah, just go to the dashboard, to CloudBot. When you go into Streamlabs next, go into the dashboard part where you can see the column down the side. Find CloudBot, click on that, and that's where everything is to be able to have your in-chat games and put your links in that you want to have dropped and all that sort of stuff. Mine's turned off at the moment. I've got to get back on the laptop and turn it back on because mine's not turned on. But when it is, I can generally just go like that, and it will drop a link. Like that one there would drop Topeka's link. But it's not turned on at the moment. There was an update, and every time there's an update, it turns itself off on me. And I've got to go back and turn it on. And I've just been lazy. But, I mean, if you can figure out how to get it working and all that, yeah, do what you need to do. Oh. Yeah, man. I'll help you with it. I think I was one of the first people to do it. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen every single person that's ever streamed ever on YouTube. But out of all the people that I know that I'm subscribed to and that subscribe to me, I was the first one to do... I removed the words. It'll have exclamation point heist. And I took that away because I put an emoji instead. And Criminal did the same thing. Topeka did the same thing. And the reason why I did it was because emojis are a universal language. A lot of people have problems with spelling. And they wonder why they didn't get in the heist. And it's because you put the I and the S around the wrong way. You know, or the E, and you got all the letters, but they're muddled up. So I made one emoji represent it. And then I gave people their own emojis because there's a lot of them. And so they'd get their links and they could drop their own link in by going exclamation point and then their emoji. One set up for when I want to have a coffee break. You know, I've got other ones set up for other reasons that drop my links for other things and drop information about my PSN and all that sort of stuff. I use the emojis. I replace the words. Instead of exclamation point gamble, exclamation point heist or slots, I replaced them. There's a slot machine. So I went exclamation point slot machine emoji. For gamble, I just put the dice, exclamation point dice. It's universal. No one has to know how to spell. No one has to feel embarrassed because they got it wrong. And for the dice, like for the slots machine game, it would come up, like if you got, it would come up, it would write banana, banana, banana in 3 words. Okay, so I changed it so it was 3 fucking banana emojis. It looks better in the chat. I don't understand why Streamlabs did that. It's like, it looks better if you do the emojis. Come on, man. So am I. A YouTuber named Magic. Shout out to Magic. He um, he showed me how to do it. He showed me how to set it up. And once he showed me how to set it up, I've been able to help other people. I didn't really have to help Criminal very much. I just the only thing I helped Criminal with was just pointing out how to work the games, because you get to decide the payouts on the games, whether they pay out a lot or whether they pay out hardly ever. You know, you can make it the house always wins or the house always lose, or whatever. They're fun little games that people can play. At the moment, like I said, mine's turned off, so um, can't actually give you a demonstration on how that works at the moment. And yeah, what you could do when you want to set it up, what you could do is just share screen on Discord, and I'll just get in the headset with you on PlayStation or whatever, and then you can ask me any questions, and I can. You don't even have to share the screen. You can just ask me any questions, and I'll just open up mine on my end, and then I can just direct you through the headset that way. But yeah, you let me know, and I'll help you out whenever you need it, mate. So old school, hardly use emojis. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I had to come to terms with it as well. It's used a lot. And the one thing I have is this one here. I use this one a lot, the laugh out loud emoji. And as far as I'm concerned, if anybody sees that at the end of something I've said, can you please assume that I'm having a joke? That what I'm saying is so funny to myself that I'm laughing at it as I'm writing it. I'm having a joke. Don't think I'm being fucking serious, all right? Not anybody in my chat, but just out there in YouTube land. You make a comment. Okay, so a guy jumps off a boat into the water next to a whale that's got some rope tied around it. He's got a knife with him. He's going to cut the rope of the whale and free it. Beautiful story. No problem with the story. Everybody survives. No one is injured. It's an awesome story of humanity. However, the captain of the boat kept screaming, "Cut it! Cut it! Cut the rope! Cut it! Cut it!" And all I did was put the comment, "Yeah, keep yelling cut it," like he forgot what he jumped in there for. Laugh out loud emoji face. And I got attacked. Obviously, you've never been in a situation of high stress. Yeah, I have. And afterwards, when we've done that sort of shit, we've fucking laughed our head off. You fucking big girl. Listen to you squeal. You know, what of it? It's a sign of cheerleading and encouraging. You obviously never have anybody in. What? No. I'm making a joke. Jesus Christ. Everyone's fine. Fucking idiots. So, yes, it's a laugh out loud face. It means we're having a joke. Okay? Don't fucking take it so seriously. Calm the fuck down. Mind you, as far as I know, like, whenever I'm typing, if I type in LOL, that's what pops up. And I just figured that everybody else that types in LOL would have it pop up and they'd know that that's the one that means laughing out loud. But nope. Some people are fucking dumb. So you got 2 night vision in there. And keep those combat gloves. Uh-huh. I'm going to keep that backpack. Oh, criminal put that stuff in there. I'll just leave that there. Another goggles there. Okay. That's a good hat. Okay. I'm back from serving Goblin's Ale. I don't know why people take shit seriously. Some people just want to be mad over things. It's yeah, not working for me. Well, sometimes you might have to go in and, like, you'll get given the option to touch it. Like, it might pop up on the top or something. Depends what type of phone you're using, or, you know, whether you have access to your emojis. You know the symbol, the colon symbol, right? You know that symbol, the colon symbol? Right, colon, awesome, colon. One word, no spaces. Come on, give me another boost. I'll start keeping rope now. Oh, I should have kept those shirts and cut them down. Oh, well. Next lot. Yeah. Only something we've been all saying for fucking years. Cannabinoids proven fucking ability to slow down cancer growth and all that sort of shit. Yep, been saying that for fucking years. There was a whole heap of scientists that actually believed it. I believe. Give me some animal cells, I can live longer. Yeah. I think we're probably a long way from being able to really do anything with it, but hey, it's always interesting to have that leap forward in science. Badly damaged. Oh man. What does that mean? Oh man, I don't like that. I need electrical kit. Do I have another one? Alright, for now. You can keep that. Alright. Let's put that in there. That can't go on it, can it? No, that's Deagle only. Or that Longhorn. But I don't have it. Okay, that's one round the chamber, 15 in it. That's good to go. Guns in the thingy. Yep. And that one's practically empty. Okay, let's go get some firewood. Just making sure. Okay. Just grabbing all the ammo. I'll stack it with the other ammo. I don't care about the... I'm making sure. Yep. Put all this stuff in here. Do I have wolves and bears active? Yes, I do. Okay, let me have a ready chat there. the UK is the largest distributor of cannabis in the world. Even though it's illegal here, the govs are still profiting from it. They call it a farmer and sell it to other countries, make a shit fuck ton of money too. That's not surprising. Do you have wolves and bears? Yes, I have wolves and bears. My medical cannabis that I get actually comes from, one lot was coming from Israel. Israel. So yeah. Don't know the origins of any of the other stuff. It doesn't always come from the same spot. Oh yeah, awesome. I can't log into mine at the moment. I get Topeka to do that for me. Oh, oh fucking hell. Went to yawn. This one here can be for the clothing. There's already some clothing in there. Yeah. What's in here? Hmm. These magazines are really badly damaged, so I'm not keeping them. Handgun scope, we'll keep that in case we find a Desert Eagle. What else we got in here? Handgun scope. Well, that's swap, because that one's damaged. The one I've got is pristine. I'll keep that mag because I don't have a better one. Really? I thought I had it all. Yeah. Didn't I have two of them? Oh, they're both in there. All right. It's going to get warm again. What I might do is move the stuff from one of them up a little bit, and then I'll separate weapons, ammo. Mm-hmm. Now let's take the ammo. Really? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So, guns, ammo, food, repairing shit and tools, clothing. Perfect. That's not a tire repair kit. It's a repair kit. Reignite this. And sit back and relax. All right, we've cleaned that up. Got our backpack empty. Almost ready to go. I had to clean this out. If you don't clean it out, it gets a bit glitchy. So, yeah, I just cleaned it out. Don't need doubles of every gun. Couple of magazines that are exactly the same is good. Ammo, you go through ammo real quickly, so more the merrier on that. Clothing, we don't need a heap of clothing. Tools and that. I mean, this spot here is just for me, Topeka, and Criminal. Not trying to be selfish or anything like that, but collected a lot of this stuff, so I put a lot of work into it. I mean, I'll bring stuff to people. I mean, I'm not using every single thing, but I've got stuff there that I might use later on. And if someone else wants to use it, they check with me first. Yeah, maybe. Just going to sharpen this. Oh, it got so badly damaged. Put that away. I should really put them in the other spot with the tools, because the paper's in here, road flares in here, no matches, no lighter. I've got a lighter. And I'm keeping it on me. I'm in Streamlabs now, messing with CloudBot. Sam, what's up? I can't get to him at the moment, but I'll send you a couple of things later on, some screenshots of mine, how I've got it set up, so then you know how to get it to bring people's names up and shit. I'll show you a couple of cool little tricks. You might even be able to, I mean, I'm just going to show you the things that I've learned, which there's probably videos on YouTube that you could watch to get the same idea, but I've tweaked mine. What I'd recommend is I can't, like I said, I can't see my cloud bot at the moment, so I can't see what there is on the screen. I don't remember the names of each file thingy. It's a bug flying around in my room. Fuck off, you. Um, but one of them has the games, and you can click on the one that says Heist. And if you go into that, have a look at the story. Think of a story and write your own that suits your channel. Because they'll have some pirate theme. And just use that as a template, replacing certain things. And then all you have to do is just copy that link that's at the top and then make that a moderator in your chat. Which you do through YouTube Studios. You copy it and then you paste it into YouTube Studios where your community and that is, and you'll have a list of your band and your approved and your moderators and your manager mods, and just put them in under normal mods, standard mod, and make it a mod. And then as soon as you make it a mod and you turn CloudBot on, they all start working in your chat. It has like an 8-ball, a magic 8-ball. I made my magic 8-ball rude as, and it had a quote thing as well where you can go exclamation point quotes. And what I did is I went exclamation point and the ghost emoji, and I made him say, I've written in a whole heap of quotes, and I've put as the person who wrote them is the ghost, and some of them are real quotes, some of them are not, some of them are jokes, some of them are insults. It's not me, it's the ghost. So there's a lot you can really do with it. I think Criminal's on the road to 300 quotes now. He's got like 300 quotes. I've given him a stack of them. I send him quotes all the time. He's like, that's adding, I'm adding that. They're just silly things, you know. Like the other day I sent him one. Hey man, here's a quote, something I've been thinking about. Never pretend to be intelligent, because you don't know what you don't know. He's like, yep, adding that. It's a fun way to interact with your chat as well. Sometimes your chat will say something funny and you'll go, yep, that's worth it. Keeping that. Helicopter went down over that way. Once we're warm, might go have a look. See, I thought the sun was going to go down already. I'll wait for this wood to burn out. Still one tent down there. We could grab it, bring it up here, set it up, and then start putting like all the fireworks and shit in it. But what's the point of that? That's a nice line of them. We don't need 100 tents in here. Got 3 pieces of wood left. I'll see if I can see any smoke. I don't see anything over that way. No. Normally I'd be all worried about making sure everything's lined up and packed in properly, but today I don't care. See, easy when you know where to go. Weapons, ammo, food and drinks, repairing and clothing. Fire barrel. You're thinking to yourself, I sense a little autism and OCD there. Yes. With that, it's not crippling. Just checking in there with your Tess. How you going with the Streamlabs there? I mean, once you figure out one thing, then you know it's pretty simple to figure it out. However, there are a couple of things that I would warn you about. And I don't know if you want me to warn you about them while I'm live or if you'd rather me warn you in private. I think you'd probably rather me warn you in private. Just so then, it's just a couple little heads up how you can use use Streamlabs to your advantage to um, screen out those fake accounts, and how you can stop people abusing your channel or being able to abuse it. Just just a couple of little things. They're not really they're not really bad or anything like that, but just a bit hard to explain too. I'll talk to you about it later. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to rain, does it? Yeah, on Discord at some point. Yeah. I've actually been streaming for 2.5 hours, and I wasn't going to do a very long stream. So I might jump off in a minute, actually. And because I need to get some rest. I'm still buggered from yesterday. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until I heat up. Yeah, she's there. Big shout out to everyone that came through. Dreamer, Twisted, Shiny. I'm just here. Test made this. Shout out to you, buddy. Shout out to the people lurking in the background. Big shout out to the wonderful and lovely Topeka. Shout out to Toon Mad. And I'll catch you all later on. I'm out on Dot and Dust. It's out.